Hello, mentees. I hope that you're having a great day. Sorry about the lighting. I'm not sure this is the right angle for me to look at or not. But let's get started on video update number 2. Okay, I'm gonna go to my notes. First topic is the tip of the day. The first one I thought I picked out was pretty interesting around our best response to negative feedback can actually be a simple one. Because many of us get defensive in response to negative feedback. You know, we may play the victim, sink into denial, or blame our circumstances, but these behaviors let our egos get in the way of important learning. So here's a better way to respond, no matter what the feedback is or who's giving it. You stop and say, I really appreciate you taking the time and effort to tell me. Thank you. And you need to do that in the right tone. This response may seem simple, and it is, but it shows people that you're open to hearing what they have to say. As a result, they'll be far more likely to speak directly to you when you have an issue, as opposed to going to your boss or talking behind your back. That means that you'll have a chance to respond and improve that situation before it get any worse, in the future for future issues. The added benefit, this response dramatically increases your ability to listen. And when you stop defending against feedback externally, you stop defending against it internally as well. So tip of the day is kind of that simple response to any kind of negative feedback. Hopefully, and I don't think that any of you probably have that response to negative feedback, but it's hard not to feel a little taken back if someone is giving us some constructive criticism that may be critical of a job that we did or something. So it helps us to listen, stop, and kind of take it in. Industry news, I thought would be interesting to look at what a competitor is doing. The competitor update for this video is on Willdan. Not sure if you know who Willdan is. They're a business that started in the 1960s. They didn't really get into energy efficiency until 2006. And in 2009, they won a large small business program in New York at ComEd. This is a public company. They have about the same number of employees as Franklin Energy does, 1,200, and they have about $300 million of annual revenue. So here's the interesting piece of what they're doing in the energy efficiency space. So obviously they do a lot more than just energy efficiency that creates that kind of revenue and that number of employees. But they did add 3 new executives about 2 years ago, January of 2017. And then they went on and started looking at companies to acquire to add to their capabilities. August of 2017, they acquired Integral Analytics, a data analytics firm. May of 2018, acquired Newcomb Anderson McCormick as an engineering firm in Northern California, San Francisco area. In fact, Franklin Energy talked to NAM a number of times, actually put a bid in on them, although we had a hard time with some of their business of how that would actually fit in with us, so we were not really aggressive in going after them, but Willdan did acquire them. Then in November of 2018, a large acquisition for them with Lime Energy. Lime is a company that really focused on small business programs. I think in itself, it had about $100 million a year of revenue. And then just recently here was announced March of this year that they acquired the White Group. There's an engineering firm that does commercial industrial new construction. They also have developed a software package to help with kind of new construction type programs. So pretty interesting development with Willdan and how they're trying to build out their company to compete better in energy efficiency. And so I thought maybe that would be of interest for our industry news update. Last topic, mentor topic of the week, curiosity. So this is kind of a sneak peek on a future meeting, probably likely meeting 5 or 6. If someone were to ask me, name 3 characteristics of a successful employee, curiosity needs to be on the short list. It's a real link to critical thinking. And a key part of critical thinking is asking really good questions. I think, a couple examples of when we should be asking questions to ensure that there's good understanding. And I have a couple benefits here later, but let's say you get an assignment from someone on your team or your manager, kind of stop, think, and ask to help ensure that you're getting a really good understanding of the expectations of that assignment, what the deliverables are, what your role is. Are you leading it or are you supporting? And really just to ensure that you're taking that on. You can really waste a lot of time if you start working towards something that where you're not fully understood what the assignment was. Another one, which I think takes a little more effort and consciousness almost, is you run into an unfamiliar situation, unfamiliar type of person, someone who thinks differently. Maybe they come from a different culture. It could be as easy as gender differences in thought. It could be the experience that they had before. A lot of different, ways that people think differently. And many times it's easy to write them off and say, they don't know what they're talking about. Or so, but to, again, kind of stop, think, and ask some questions to get a better understanding of their perspective. Now, in the energy efficiency business, we serve a very wide variety of people. Probably the most variety of almost any kind of business, because utilities serve everyone, right? So it helps to serve everyone when we have a more diverse backgrounds, diverse thought in the way we design our programs, design our marketing, and just the way we go about doing our work. So that curiosity about understanding how people are thinking different perspectives, I think can help. This questioning is really a uniquely powerful tool for unlocking, value within our jobs, within our teams, and really our whole organization. Kind of 4 points here that have kind of some benefits to summarize. It spurs learning and exchange of ideas. 2, it fuels innovation and performance improvement. Number 3, it can build rapport and trust among team members. You can see how that would happen. There's better, clearer understanding just by questioning to ensure that everyone's on the same page. And lastly, it can mitigate business risk by uncovering unforeseen pitfalls and hazards. So curiosity, questioning, critical thinking, another topic that we'll dive into a little deeper in a future session. I'm going on vacation, so I will be gone next week. You won't have a video next week, which is why I wanted to kind of get one in here today. So enjoy yourselves while I'm on vacation, I guess. I just spend some beach time, and it'll be great to get away for a week. Take care. Until next time, we will talk to you then.